Hello friends, so in this video of percentage we'll try to understand the various uses of percentage to do the complicated calculations. Okay, one thing you should understand here, I am assuming that you know the basic of percentage, that is what is the percentage, it is out of 100. Okay, that you should know, only then you can follow it. Okay, so let's start this session. Okay, I will start with the problem. Okay, for instance, you need to calculate 11.11% of 396. Okay, so how you can calculate it? One way of calculating it, you multiply this 11.11 with 396 and you come up with an answer. Okay, this is an process which you can use, but it is going to be a lengthy process. In your exam, you will not have the enough time to do by this process. Okay, you need to do it little fast. Okay, so what I can do, if I know 11.11% is nothing but 1 by 9, I can easily multiply this 1 by 9 with 396 to come up with an answer. Okay, so here I am using a knowledge, that is 11.11% is nothing but equal to 1 by 9. Okay, so you can see that how easily it can be calculated. Okay, so that will be the 44. Now next day you need to multiply 1667, that is 16 or 67 or 1667 with 552. So how can you do? One is the traditional way, like the you first multiply with by 2, then 5 then again by 5. There's a little lengthier process. Okay, you can come up with a correct answer, but it's a lengthier process. Other way, what I can do, if I know 1667, that is if I say 16.67, okay, 16.67, if know what is the 16.67 percentage equal to, I can easily calculate it, and this is 1 by 6. 1 by 6 is nothing but equivalent to 66.67. Okay, now if I multiply by this by 100, okay, so I will come with 16.67. okay, although this is a little bit typo is there, it's also another, because this 1 by 6 is 16.67%, so here it's a 66.7, so one more 20 will also come here. Okay, that is, it should be 10,000 into 1 by 6 into 552. Okay, so now your answer would be not 9200, it's but would be 920000. Okay, there's a little typo here, let me correct this. So things should not be hazy. Okay, now you should understand what I have used here. Okay, so I have used a property, that is 1 by 6 is nothing but equal to 66.67. okay, so in the both, in above and lower example, that is in this example, and in this example, in this and this, in both of these example, you can observe that this is the property. For example, I know that 11.11% nothing but 1 by 9. Similarly, I know, if I know that 16.667% is nothing but 1 by 6, approximately 1 by 6, okay, not exactly equal to 1 by 6, it approximately equal to 1 by 6, then can I easily answer this question. Okay, now problem comes, how do you know that whether it's equal to 1 by 6 or 1 by 9? Okay, so for that you need to remember this table. This is a fraction up to 20s, like if I say the 1 is nothing but 100%. okay, so basically these are nothing but 1 by whatever the fraction you are using, let's say 1 by 3 multiply by 100. okay, that will be the percentage. okay, like this is 33.3%. okay, for example 1.6, 1 by 6 is nothing but 66.67%. okay, and we have using the 1 by 9 wala cheez, 1 by 9 you can say that it's a 11.11%. okay, that means 1 by 9 is nothing but, you can say that it is equal to 11.11 percentage. okay, so this is the thing. Hope idea is clear to everybody. okay, now why this table is important to remember. okay, you should start with the with that, at least you should know at least fraction till 10. okay, once you're comfortable with fraction with 10, then you can also go with the fraction with 20. okay, it's not difficult, I believe. If you solve a few questions, you will, this thing will stuck into your mind. okay, for example 1 by 2 is a 50%, is a very simple. 1 by 3, it's a again 3. If you multiply it by 100, you get 33.333%. okay, similarly 1 by 4 is half of 1 by 2. Okay, that is 50 ka half, that would be 25. 1 by 5 is 20, 25 the 100. Okay, 1 by 6 is again 1 point, you just need to remember 1 6 then 6 actually it's a 1 16.666666. Okay, we are taking two digits only, up to the two digits. 1 by 7 is little bit tricky, it's at 14.29. you can easily remember that 14 2s are 28. Sorry, 14, yeah, 7 2s are 14, 14 to 28, so around 28 it is. Okay, so 14.29. so this table, you as much as you can remember it, that is it. Now what we are going to do, I am going to take few example where you will appreciate the uses of this fraction, although we have already seen two example in previous slide where we have used these fractions. Okay, now we'll do for some more examples. Okay, so the table I have already given to you. Okay, so in the right hand side and on the left hand side we're going to do the examples. Okay, so for instance you need to calculate the 21% of 55. Okay, now if you know that 20% is almost 20% is exactly equal to 1 by 5th, so 21% you can easily calculate. Okay, so 1% is nothing but, if I say 1% is of something, is for instance if I say 1% of 55, in fact, okay, the 1% of 55 would be nothing but 0.55. Okay, so 1% is very easy. 1% is nothing but 1 by 100. Okay, when I'm saying the 1% is very much different from 1, that you should know. 1% and the 1 is not a same thing. Okay, so 21% of 55, it will be, you can write it by 20% of 55, because you know very easily what is 20% and 1% of 55. Okay, now if you can easily 20% 1 by 5, 1 by 5 into 155 is 11, and 1% is 1% 55 is just 0.55. Okay, 10% is number, if you say about 10%, then decimal will come here. 100%, 1% mein decimal will come here. So answer would be 55 into divided by 5 is 11, and here the 0.55. See, 1% is easy to calculate, 20% you know is 1/5, so easily 11.55 would be the answer. And this thing is not need to be done. Here I am explaining the steps, but in actual sense you need not to write into the steps. आपको steps में लिखने का जरूरत नहीं है. In mind itself you can do this. Okay, has been I am sitting in the exam. How I will do it? 20%, 1%. Okay, I know that 21% is 20% and 1%, and 20% 1 by 5. I write 11, and 1 by that is for, so that is 20%, and then I will write on a paper 0.55, 11.55. Okay, so exact in this way I can come up to the answer. Okay, I will not write these steps. These steps I have written here just to illustrate. Okay, now let's go forward. Now this is the 24% of 225. Okay, now although 24% you not seeing in this table, but 25% you know that it's nothing but 1/4. Okay, so 1% is ka idhar udhar hai, right? So what we can do, 25% you know that. Okay, I will write it first, then I will show you in the slide. 25% of 22.5 is nothing but it's a 1/4. 25, it's what I will do, 25 24 I will write in 25. I am just writing it, but I am thinking in the mind, although I will think it like this: 25% minus 1%. 25% nothing but 1 by 4. 1 by 4 of 225 is would be 4. Sorry, 5. 4 5 the 20, and 4 6 the 24. Okay, I am not able to write properly, but 56.25. Okay, now from this I will subtract the 2.25. What is the 2.25? 2.25 is a 1% is 1% of total, and I will come up with the answer of 54. Okay, so this is what I will do while calculating into the exam. Okay, so 25% of 225 minus 1% of 225. 25% is nothing but 1/4 of 225, which is 56.25 minus 2.25. You will come up with that 54 as an answer. Okay, you need not to write this again. I am repeating it. You can do it very much mentally. Now next is the same question which can be done. The same question can be done in another way around by using this property, that is 24% of 225 will be exactly equal to 225% of 24. Now why I have written this here? Because here it can be broken down into 200% and 25%. Okay, now then I need to add both of them. Okay, so I can do this thing. 200% 24 is nothing but double of 24. 200% something is nothing but double of that thing, that is 48, plus 1/4 of 24, which will be 2.25. sorry, 1/4 of 24. Okay, I written here, it should not be here. 1/4 24 is 6, not 2.225. 1/4 24 is 6. Now 6 plus 48 is your 54. Okay, so again this can be done into your mind. You can easily do this. Now some people, in fact most of the people, prefers addition compared to the subtraction. Subtraction seems to be little difficult, not little difficult, comparably difficult from the addition. That's why some people will be more comfortable with the addition. Then you can always try to break up into sum of two things. If you are not comfortable with the subtraction, you can do this time thing as well. But in both of the things, you have to have a knowledge that 25% is 1/4. Okay, only then you can think, okay, 25% is 1/4, so I can break it. Here I am saying that something related to 25%, or it is very near to 25%, so I can break it into 25% plus or minus something. Okay, so this is the way the question could be done. Now we'll take some more example. Okay, now let's say you need to calculate the 42% of 55. Okay, one way is again you multiply 42 to 55. Other thing, here what you can observe, 42% you don't have anything into the fraction of 42%. Okay, but 55 or 55 and 5% is very much easy to understand. Okay, so now I can use some property which is 42% of 55 will be exactly equal to 55% of 42. Okay, it's a simple property that you can, I think you should appreciate, because in both of the cases you go by mathematically, would be here this is equal to 42 into 55 divided by 100. It is also 55 into 42 divided by 100. That's why these are the same thing. This same property I have used in one of the previous question. Now why I have written like this, because it is very easily can be broken into 50% and 5%, and 50% is nothing but half of something. When you say the 50% of something, that is half of that thing. Okay, 1 by 2 is nothing but 50%. So 50% of 42 plus 5% of 42. Now 50% of 42 is 21. Okay, and 5% of 42 is nothing but 2.1. This 50%, if whatever the 50% is, 5% is 1 decimal to left side. Okay, that is 2.1. Okay, so now answer will be 23.1. Very easy to calculate. Nothing, no multiple. In fact, this can also be done into mind. It's need not to be written. You need not to use any pen and paper to calculate 42% of 55. Okay, now I will do 2 or 3 more example. Then I will give some exercise to you that you should do. You should be comfortable. Okay, now again I have given a table because I am going to use the fraction of these things. Now you need to remember, in exam you will not get this table, but you need to remember this table. If you do 4 or 5 questions related to each fraction, this percentage will be stuck into your mind, not a big issue. Now let's say you need to calculate the 55.25% of 960. It seems to be very difficult type of thing. Means you need, what you see, you will see that 50% plus 5.2%. Okay, one thing you can do this. Okay, and 50 plus 5.2. now 50, you know that 50 is very easy to calculate, but what about 5.25? 5.25 you don't have any fraction. Okay, approximately 119 is there, 190 is there, but that is you can use 119. In fact, right, this you can use 190. You will get a little bit answer which will be very approximately correct, very near to the your correct answer. Okay, so that is 50% is nothing but half of this. 1 by 5.25 is nothing but 1 by 19, approximately 1 by 19, not exactly 1 by 19. And with 1 by 19 you multiply this, and although it's not fully divided by 95, okay, but approximately it will be 50. Okay, so now approximately 50 point something, but you can say that it's approximately equal to 50. Okay, then this 1 by 90 of this, so you can get the answer. Okay, the way I have solved it, although 5.25 I have noted, but 6.25 is a exact approximation is there. Okay, that is 1 by 16. Okay, so what I will do, I will write 55.2 or think 55.25% as a 55.25 percentage as a 56.25 minus 1, and this is very easy to calculate. This is very easy to calculate because the 50 plus 6.25, 50% you know that is 960. 50% 960, you know what is the half of 960, very easily to calculate, and 6.25 is nothing but 1/16th of 960. Okay, so here answer would be this 540. For 480 is half of 960, and 169 is 60, and 540 would be, it's again not exact answer. Exact answer is 55.25. okay, you have calculated 56.25, so there is a loss of 1%, and 1% is very easy to calculate. What would be the 1% of 960? 9.6. It would be 9.6. Now you just do 9.6 adjustment, that is subtract 9.6 like this, that is this is nothing but 540, and 9.6 is a 1%. 9.6 is a 1%, so that 540 minus 9.6 would be 530.4 would be your exact answer. Okay, so here it seems to be there's lots of steps. Again, in the exam you need not to write these all steps, just think in your mind. Okay, 50% you need to write these things. I'm just writing the steps, the things which need to be written while you are calculating this thing. Okay, what I will do, one way I can do 50% 480 and approximately 190 is approximately equal to 5.25. 190 is equal to approximately equal to 50. My approximate answer would be 530. Okay, this is the one way. Again, here I have used the my knowledge of 119 is equal to 5.26. 190 is equal to 5.26. This knowledge I have used while calculating this, while writing this number. Okay, so this is the one way, although this is very near to the correct answer. Okay, had been option is not very near into exam. There is only 4 option, and 4 option are well spread out, then you can use this. Another way of using this, I will think in the, okay, 55.25, this is nothing but 56.25 minus 1, so 56.25, I know that is 50% plus 6.2%. 50% is 480, and 1 by 16, that is 6.25%, will be 60. Okay, now in this would be 540. Now in this, what I need to do, I need to add a, so I need to subtract a 1%. 1% is nothing but 9.6. okay, this much I will write in exam, or whatever the answer you will get to 530.4. This much I need to write in exam, and this will not take more than 15 seconds. 15 seconds is also a little bit more time talking about. It takes 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds, you can easily calculate this thing. Okay, so I think it is clear to you. Again, you need to practice a lot, only then these things will stuck into your mind. Okay, only then it can help, otherwise it will not help. Now this is another question. For instance, you need to calculate 83.33% of 696. Okay, so think about 83.33. It can be somewhere near to 1 by 12. 1 by 12 is 8.33, not 83.33. So what I will do, I will write 83.33 approximately equal to 5 by 6. How? 83 is approximately equal to 10 into 8.33, although exact will be 8.333, 3 times 3 should come, but because I am more concerned with the 1 by 12, using 1 by 12. Okay, so although 1 by 12 is also 8.3333, so I am taking to two digit numbers. So 10 into 1 by 12 is nothing but 5 by 6. Now 5 by 6, what I will do, I will simply multiply by 5 by 6 to 696. I will get an answer. Okay, 696 I will get answer. Again, in exam, what you need to write these things. In exam, what you 83.3, in exam, how you think. I will just talking that thing, how you will think in the exam. In the exam, I will see 83.3 somewhere near to the 1 by 12 wala thing. So 10 into 1 by 12. Okay, this much I will write, and this is nothing but 5 by 6. Okay, I can write 5 by 6, or I can simply write 10 into 12. 10 into 12, 1 by 12, and multiply it directly with what is 696. Okay, I can do this thing as well. Okay, I need not to write 5 by 6. So 696, 12 5 is 60, 12 8 is 96, and 580 is my answer. Okay, this thing I will write, not these things. These things I have written just to illustrate the point. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Okay, let's say you need to calculate the 14.33% of 17325. It seems a little cumbersome. Okay, but 14.3, again, just think, and it's somewhere near to 14.3% is somewhere near to 1 by 7. Why 1 by 7 is this thing? It's although not exactly this thing. So if we go again more decimal points, then this thing will not be there. So up to 2 decimal point, 1 by 7 is equal to this thing. So this is there is hardly 0.01% difference. Okay, so now this is 7%. You can see this is 7%. 7% of 17325 you can easily return, and you can 2475. So this is your approximate answer. Again, if in exam you see some option which is near to this number, okay, although I have taken the actual answer should be more than this, a little bit more than this. How much more than this? 0.01% of this number. Okay, 0.01% of this number, it would be more than this, because 14.3 can be written that 14.29 plus 0.01%. Okay, so now in exam you can stop up to here and you will look at the option given into the question. Okay, if you see option is near about this, there is only one option near about this number which is more than this, tick that answer. Otherwise, if there is a more option near to this number, then you need to calculate further. Okay, so what you will do, 14.3% is nothing but 2475, which is nothing but this number. Okay, let me clear the slide. 2475, which is nothing but this number, that is 14.29 plus 0.01% of 17325, and 0.01% is easy to calculate because this full number, if I talk about this number, if this number 100% would be this whole number, 10% would be here, decimal will come here. Okay, let me write number here, 77325. If I talk about 100% of this number, this would be this number only, 77325. If I talk about the 10% of this number, I will write decimal here. If I talk about the 1% number of this number, I will put decimal here. If I talk about the 0.1%, I will put decimal here. If I talk about the 0.01%, I will put the decimal here. So 1.7325 would be this. Okay, so you need to add 1.735 or approximately 2 into this number, and you will get, this would be your answer. Okay, 2, 5, 7, 6. Again, this is not an exact answer, very near to the exact answer, very near, I would say. Okay, why this is an approximation? Because this 1 by 7 is not exactly equal to 14.29, it's equal to 14.28, and there will be some other things as well. Okay, there are lots of number as well, so approximately equal to 14.29. Okay, so in this way you can easily calculate the complete calculations using this thing. You need to remember this. There is no other way to do this calculation very easy. So you need to remember these fractions, and this fraction not difficult to remember. Okay, you should remember, and you remember, and as soon as you see this number, for example, I see this number, there should be mapping into my mind. Okay, 14.3% is approximately 14.2, which is 1 by 7. Okay, then you will go to the calculation. Okay, now this is how you will solve various questions, and this is the various question for the practice I have put, although there is 3 question I have put it and given the hint, as well as there is a more question you can find our question bank where these things has been done. Okay, now one thing you should remember, although I have used the percentage there, but these questions going to be used, so these steps or this technique going to be used very much into your DI question, data interpretation question, where you need to do lots of calculation. Okay, for instance, there may be something that you need to calculate, the one thing you need to calculate the percentage, or you need to calculate the some product of something. Okay, for example, here the product can be, there's a big product which you are seeing, but it can be easily calculated if you know that is 8.33 is equal to 1 by 8.33 percentage, 80, you see 835, and 8.33 percentage is nothing but 1 by 12. Okay, 1 by 12, and you can easily, 833 is nothing but 100 by 12, and you can easily do that. 100 by 12 into 229 is easy to calculate. Okay, of course there's a 2, although that means it's near about, then you will multiply by, you will double this as well to calculate, come up with an answer. Okay, so this is the example, and you will very much appreciate these calculation steps and calculation tips in your DI questions. Okay, thank you very much. If you want to know, have any doubt, anything you want to know, please put it into the comment. We will definitely reply to your queries. Thank you very much.